And we are back, and once again, a Shelley takes a wild ride. Watch the ride that Jerry Shelley will get put into here from the 41 of Gene Sanford and the 16 of Dylan Young. Now this is in slow motion, and watch as he comes down on top of Daniel Day. Benassi's going to get into the 41. That's what puts Gene up and over. John Azalea kind of hits the 41 as well. And I think this one was lucky that it wasn't more cars. Let's watch this in full speed, in live time, or at least live speed at least. Watch this and listen. Okay, I want to take some onboards. Obviously, I have to take an onboard with the 27, Jerry Shelley. Wow. Inside the cockpit of the 41. And let's take one more onboard. Onboard Trevor Meacham. Just wow. And we're back. It was actually revealed that Derek Benassi had pitted the lap before, so he did not win the race off pit road. It was indeed Tom Gerard on his gas and go that does win the race off the pit road of those that pitted. Dylan Young, Gene Sanford, Jerry Shelley, and Daniel Day have all retired. And Tom Gerard will restart in the 21st spot. Devin Whitson leads, and it's Alex Jones, Kyle Thomas, Mary Shelley, Sam Young, Jacob Budd, Kyle Sosnowski, Jake Rogers, Drew Austin, Kyle Austin, Warren Cherry, Charles Jackson, Danny Everett, Elijah Workman, John Azalea, John McNamara, Matt Benassi, Chris Washer, William Duncan, and Brad Johnson are all those that did not pit. Gerard won the race off pit road. Then it's Adam Derrickson, Seth Cole, Tom Shelley, Charles Sanford, Harrison Buckeye, Trevor Meacham, Henry Sanford, and Sky Commons, and Bob Johansson, your top 30, with Peachy London, Jeff Ozzie Jr., Jack Smith, Jeff James, Brendan Patterson, Jeffrey Buckeye, and Matt Dixon, the rest of those on the lead lap. Of course, Derek Benassi is one lap down in the 38th position. Pace car pulls off. Field under control. The number 21 Genuine Auto Parts Ford Taurus of Devin Whitson. He hits the gas. We're back to racing once again here from Charlotte. Big gap back there. I don't know if that was just Benassi causing that. But Alex Jones moves to the inside of Devin Whitson. I'm wondering if these 20 guys all did not make pit stops because they know that they could not make it the rest of the way on fuel. But who knows? I definitely think that the guys that pit can maybe make... Actually, I'm not sure. That could be an interesting strategy to see how this plays out. Kyle Thomas, though, will go for the race lead. And they're wrecking once again. Brad Johnson, Mary Shelley's in it. Elijah Workman, Bob Johansson, Peachy London, John McNamara, Bob Johansson, Henry Sanford appears to maybe have damage. Jeff James definitely has damage. Hard to tell about Tom Shelley. Let's see about Sanford on the right side of his car. Looks clean. The caution flag once again will fly, though. How about Tom? Well, and Tom Gerard was not able to make that much progress. It appears as though Devin Whitson will make the trip down to pit road, as well as Sam Young. And these guys are ahead of Kyle Thomas, who we are being told won the race back to the line. This is interesting on why this is going and being allowed. And apparently Charles Sanford might have stayed on the track. Gerard made another pit stop, though. Kyle Thomas will win the race off pit road. Then Warren Cherry, Jake Rogers, Danny Everett, Kyle Austin, and Matt Benassi. As yes, indeed, Charles Sanford does not pit. And once again, we will take you back to see what happened to bring out the caution. And we are back. Going to try and figure out what happened to Mary Shelley. Oh, Workman got into her and Jeffrey Buckeye with the finishing touch. John McNamara gets down into Jeff James. That's why they have damage. Sanford does get involved in this one. And Peachy London appears to have hit either the 97 or 15 on the way down the track. Tom Shelley was lucky enough to not get involved in this. But not a good day for those that came in or that had good runs last week, because Mary Shelley, Jerry Shelley, and Daniel Day, your top three in points exiting, what track was that last week? Crap. Exiting Kansas, all with trouble here today, and Mary Shelley with a good run probably could have clinched herself a spot in the next round. We'll have to see if that will still be able to happen. We'll bring you back for the green flag here from Lowe's. And we are back. Charles Sanford leads the field. Mary Shelley is still in the race, but one lap down and sitting on pit road. Trevor Meacham is second, and Sky Commons, Jack Smith, Matt Dixon, Adam Derrickson, Jeff Ozzie Jr., Henry Sanford, Kyle Thomas, and Warren Cherry, the top 10. So the top 8 did not pit. Then it's Jake Rogers, Danny Everett, Kyle Austin, Matt Benassi, Charles Jackson, William Duncan, Seth Cole, Jacob Budd, Alex Jones, and Chris Washer, the top 20. Tom Shelley, Harrison Buckeye, Drew Austin, John Azala, Sam Young, Devin Whitson, Brennan Patterson, Jeffrey Buckeye, Kyle Snosky, and Tom Gerard, the top 30. Bob Johansson, Jeff James, Elijah Workman, John McNamara, and Pichu London. The cars on the lead lap. Brad Johnson is the only retirement so far underneath from the caution. As the field comes off at turn number 4, the pace car pulls off. We switch back to the TV2 camera. And Charles Sanford will lead the field down. It's been over 50 races since he's won a Coke Vanilla Cup Series race. He gets the green flag. Trevor Meacham's right on his tail. Looks to be a good restart. Field not breaking away too much, as the field actually is trying to clear Derek Benassi. That's the biggest holdup. Here comes Trevor Meacham and Sky Commons, a couple of the chasers. They know what's at stake here. A win and they are into the next round. As here comes Jack Smith now up to second place. Sanford looks to maybe be able to fall back into line. He is able to. Inside, and they're wrecking. Jeffrey Buckeye. Oh, no, never mind. Matt Benassi and Kyle Austin. Sam Young's involved. And, wow. Charles Jackson, 4th in the points, is involved. Matt Dixon, 5th in points, has damage. And I'm sorry, William, but I gotta say it. You are the next highest in points that I've not seen involved in a wreck. Where is that 6 car? And oh! Kyle Thomas just got turned by Jeff Ozzie Jr. The 6 is on pit road. Are any of the chasers going to have any success today? Jack Smith leads the field on the pit road, and Warren Cherry will stay out. As to will Devin Whitson and John Azala. Looks like we'll have 4 cars staying out. And tires going on the 50 car this time. So looks like the field that comes down will have fresh tires. As Matt Benassi has retired. Some strategy being played apparently. We have 2 tires, 4 tires up and down pit road. As it will be Elijah Workman winning the race off pit road. Then Jacob Budd and Jake Rogers, a close battle there. Chris Washer and Danny Everett, top 5 off pit road. They gave it to Rogers. But the top 5 stayed out. Let's take a look back at what happened. And we're back. We're looking at what happened to William Duncan. Now you see Johansson and Jeff James save it. But it appears as though the car just shuts off. And now they'll wreck up ahead. So we're not quite sure what happens to the 6. But you'll see it on the back straightaway here. His car is going to come. Duncan's car will just come to a stop. A mystery problem here for this Roush Fenway Ford of William Duncan. Now what happened to the 20? As this is what happened to bring out the caution. Johansson, who had saved it, gets into Charles Jackson. Jackson, of course, loses it. Nowhere. Oh, man. Just absolutely nowhere for the 20 or the 75 to go. And Sam Young was already up in the wall. That's where he's going to be. And from what I can see, there are only 3 chasers so far who are still in contention for the title, who have not run into issues yet today. I will keep them nameless. But that's going to be the saving grace for Mary Shelley right now. We'll bring you back for the green flag here from Charlotte. And we are back. William Duncan has returned to action. We still have no word on what happened to his car. Mary Shelley has retired though now. They could not fuel the car, apparently, is the problem. And Matt Benassi is also retired. Warren Cherry leads. I swear my Skype's on D&D. How did that just sound off? Devin Whitson second. Then John Azala third. John McNamara, Bob Johansson, Elijah Workman, Jacob Budd, Chris Washer, Danny Everett, and Drew Austin in the top 10. For some reason my Skype's sounding off and I'm pretty sure I'm on D&D. Well, the green flag is back out. And apparently I got rushes up because the storm is coming in. Oh well. Can't help that now. Duncan, they're 3 wide around Benassi. Wow. Benassi just sent up the track and he's not holding up too many people, it looks like. I can't tell where the 8. Oh, there's the 80. Okay. Devin Whitson goes for the race lead. As we are about ready to complete 1/3 of this race. Yeah, 1/3, and the caution flag has come out. Jeff James, Seth Cole, Pichu London, and Brendan Patterson are involved. Oh! Oh my gosh, Tom Shelley got into the 48 of Kyle Sosnowski. They save it though. Well, they better let the pace car by. What's going on? Oh my gosh, they're not going to let... They have not let the pace car by. That will be interesting to see what they do about that. Devin Whitson passed the start-finish line before the pace car. Oh, that's going to be very interesting to see how they rule on this one. Tires going on the 21. 2 tires only for the 21. He's down and away. We'll bring you back to see what happened. And we are back. Jeff James gets into Peachy London. This is how this one starts. They get up into Seth Cole. Nowhere for nothing Brandon Patterson could have done. He's an innocent victim on this one. So Seth Cole. But Jeff James turning the 18 car. That's what gets this one going. We'll bring you back for the green flag here from Lowe's. And we are back. Peachy London has joined the list of retirees, as well as Jeff James. Elijah Workman is your leader. Then it is not William Duncan. It is Jacob Budd, Chris Washer, Danny Everett, Jack Smith, Charles Sanford, Jeff Ozzie Jr., Adam Derrickson, Alex Jones, and Drew Austin, the top 10. Jeffrey Buckeye, Kyle Sosnowski, Harrison Buckeye, Trevor Meacham, Henry Sanford, Jake Rogers, Kyle Thomas, Kyle Austin, Devin Whitson, and Warren Cherry, the top 20. Sam Young, Bob Johansson, John McNamara, Matt Dixon, Tom Shelley, John Azalea, Sky Commons, Charles Jackson, Tom Gerard, Brennan Patterson, and Seth Cole, the 31 cars that are on the lead lap. Tom Shelley's doing exactly what he needs to do right now, though. Obviously, did not make a friend out there when he did the caused that one incident, but he's riding around getting experience right now. I mean, may not win the race, but at least he's run every single lap so far. As Elijah Workman looking for redemption from the last visit at this track, trying to get that first Cup win. Can it come tonight? We're still over halfway away from deciding that one, though. It might happen tonight. Be cool if it happened tonight. William Duncan trying to get one of 2 laps back right now. Obviously going to have to get both of them back the hard way here. He's got Chris Washer, though, peeking to the inside, as Chris Washer is now the race leader. William needs the caution to be out, like, now. It's not out, though. For one of, like, the first times tonight, William Duncan now getting shoved up to the high side as Sanford, the lone remaining Sanford, and Derrickson. Wow, what a save. Drew Austin's around. Danny Everett. Jack Smith, they're still wrecking back there. Oh, Seth Cole just came through that in a blaze. Kyle Thomas is involved. And Sanford leads the race at the stripe. And Jeff Ozzie Jr. is going to pass them by for some reason. I really don't get why Chris Washer did. Apparently, the leaders will be making pit stops here, and I don't get why Sanford is going to have to enter pit road third when he led the race back to those stripe. But Jeff Ozzie Jr. will lead the field down. I don't get why William Duncan's pitting. He's 2 laps down. Should be pitting the next time around. Let's see what the strategy is on the 24. Looks to be fuel only. Bob Johansson leads the lap. Benassi's on pit road. Jeff Ozzie Jr. is already down away. And we had guys staying out. Jeff Ozzie Jr. first off pit road. Thunder. I can't! I'm sorry about that. We'll be right back to show you what happened. And we are back. Here's what happened. Everett gets into Elijah Workman. That's a great save by Adam Derrickson, though. Drew Austin gets clipped by Everett as well. Jack Smith goes into the inside wall. Whoops, wrong button. And then back here, Oh, what happened to Kyle Thomas? Kyle's going to get into the 08, who also hits the 09. After hitting the wall, then Dixon gets into him. Seth Cole makes some contact, and these guys, almost a controlled slide, they almost helped get each other straightened up again, but they hit again and both spin out. And with that, we'll bring you back for the green flag here from Lowe's Motor Speedway. And we are back. No new retirees other than Brennan Patterson, who had an engine let go. Actually, the valve let go underneath the caution. Warren Cherry is your race leader. Then it's Bob Johansson, Sky Commons, Jeff Ozzie Jr., Adam Derrickson, Chris Washer, Trevor Meacham, Charles Sanford, Henry Sanford, Harrison Buckeye, Kyle Austin, your top 10. Then Kyle Sosnowski, Jake Rogers, Devin Whitson, Matt Dixon, Tom Shelley, Jeffrey Buckeye, Alex Jones, Charles Jackson, Jack Smith, and Tom Gerard, the top 20. Elijah Workman, Sam Young, Drew Austin, Jacob Budd, Seth Cole, and Danny Everett, the rest on the lead lap. 26 cars on the lead lap. We have 31 cars, it looks like, actually out on the track. Maybe 32. Yeah, 32 cars on the track. As here we go. 27 cars on the lead lap, 32 on the track. Green flags back out. We're back to racing. 31 laps to go, just short of halfway home. Great restart for Warren Cherry. As I'm already going to have to do a very short post-race show. I'm sorry, guys. Obviously, thunder in the area. Not planned. Oh, wow. Adam Derrickson on the apron there. The Roush teammates were getting into it. As Chris Washer and... Oh, Derrickson! Hard into the wall. Oh, my gosh. A huge hit for the two-time defending Lowe's winner. And that car is done. Derrickson not going to win 3 in a row after he led back to the stripe. Apparently I had the wrong leader. Warren Cherry is actually on the tail end of the lead lap. So the race leader has wrecked. And Charles Jackson, he is smoking. Jack Smith, Tom Gerard, Matt Dixon. Chris Washer is all alone on pit road right now. And now here come the rest of the lead lap cars. Chris could probably do a 4-tire stop and beat out anyone who does fuel only here. 2 tires for the 4, and he's out before anyone else reached their pit box. With that, we know he's going to win the race off pit road. We'll bring you back to see what happened, both for Adam Derrickson and then to bring out the caution. And we're back. Apparently this is where this one started with Kyle Thomas. Watch Alex Jones as he's going to come into turn number 3. And Alex goes up, Kyle comes down. They clip each other, and then they just happen to find Jack Smith. And Jack's going to cause a big mess right back here. Derek Bonassi gets into it. But then up here is where more of this occurs. Alex Jones flees to pit road. As actually, this part of it happened between the 09 and the 5. Gerard, who misses the first part, goes down the track a little bit to avoid Jack Smith. Sam Young just happened to clip the apron. They make contact. Up into the wall they both go. Elijah Workman, Matt Dixon making contact. Charles Jackson makes contact with the 32. Jack Smith's going to make contact with the 29. That sends the 29 up onto his roof. Now, what about the 25? So watch this. Okay, so those 4 guys are on the tail of the lead lap. 25 makes contact with the 6. Comes down into Chris Washer. They make contact. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. This is the hard hit. Head on into the safer barrier wall. And that's the one that's going to kill the car. So we've shown you everything that happened underneath the caution. Let's bring you back for the green flag here. And we are back. Adam Derrickson, Sam Young, Charles Jackson, Alex Jones, Jack Smith, Tom Gerard, Matt Dixon, Kyle Thomas, and Elijah Workman and Derek Benassi have all retired from the race. So, Chris Washer is your leader. Then it's Bob Johansson, Sky Commons, Jeff Ozzie Jr., Harrison Buckeye, John McNamara, Warren Cherry, Charles Sanford, Kyle Sosnowski, Henry Sanford, their top 10. Then Drew Austin, Danny Everett, Jacob Budd, Jake Rogers, Trevor Meacham, Devin Whitson, Jeffrey Buckeye, Kyle Austin, Tom Shelley, and Seth Cole, the lead lap cars. There are only 20 cars on the lead lap, 22 cars running in this field, as we will get the green flag with 34 laps complete in this one. Here we go. Lap 35, put it on the board for Chris Washer. Going for 2 in a row here in the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. He's going to get helped by the lap cars here a little bit. Also, Johansson is slow. Buckeye gets second place. They come down the back straightaway. John Azalea inside of William Duncan. That's a battle for the position. Charles Sanford inside McNamara, and they're wrecking. They are wrecking once again. Oh, they're all in the... Oh, Meacham! No, Meacham! And with that, I can officially say every single chaser that came into this race still in contention has run into problems. As, wow. Chris Washer led to the flag. And it has not been a good day to be a chaser at all. I mean, even the chasers eliminated are having problems here today. Chris Washer does not pit. Let's take you back to see what happened. And we're back. And this one started with the 11 of Sky Commons and the slower number 88 of Bob Johansson. Sky's going to come down into the 88. Drew Austin's just happens to be lower. They clip the wall. And then this is where the chaos begins, right up here. Buckeye's going to get into the other beer-sponsored car of Jake Rogers. They happen to make contact with, or Jake makes contact with the 31, and he gets into the 35. They turn up into the wall. Jacob Budd apparently gets damage out of this as well. And Seth Cole just smacks the rear end of Kyle Austin's car. Sky Commons, of course, driving through this, not as damaged, but he's got bent up back in now because of the hit. With that, wow, this field is going to get slimmer, and Devin Whitson chose a good time to pit. We'll bring you back for the green flag here and see who has retired because of this incident. And we are back. Trevor Meacham and Seth Cole are the retirements. We now have 20 cars left in the race, 18 of which are on the lead lap. Chris Washer is your leader, then it's Harrison Buckeye, Charles Sanford, John McNamara, Kyle Sosnowski, Henry Sanford, Drew Austin, Danny Everett, Warren Cherry, and Jeffrey Buckeye, the top 10. Jacob Budd, Tom Shelley, Kyle Austin, Sky Commons, Devin Whitson, Bob Johansson, Jake Rogers, and Jeff Ozzie Jr., your lead lap cars. There will be 21 laps to go when the field gets to the stripe, as this one has been nothing short of a wreckfest. But what did you expect? We had caution free yesterday. Obviously, we're going to make up for all that. As they come through turn numbers 3 and 4 here, the pace car will pull off momentarily, leaving the field underneath the control of the Love's Travel Stop Lucas Oil Chevrolet for Morgan McClure Motorsports, which went to victory lane last week, going for 2 in a row. And this is a team that did not win at all last season when they were 1 driving a Pontiac and 2 had a Russian behind the wheel. Great jump for the 4 car. as that's going to leave Harrison Buckeye on the outside. John Azale as they win through turn number 1. Duncan's up to speed 2 as a lap car. You got to keep that in mind. As here comes Kyle Sosnowski to the inside line. He's going to be inside of his teammate, it looks like. Well, now that they're getting up to the high-speed part of the track is where the 46 and the 6 are showing their speed. Oh! William Duncan got into the 46. They save it, though. Charles Sanford inside of Harrison Buckeye, and they're going to grab second. Or he will grab second, I mean. William Duncan still trying to turn that 46 car. He's made 2 attempts at it now. As now Sosnowski moves inside the 6. 3 wide for about 5th. Tom Shelley gets into the 99. They save that as well. I think they've just gotten to the point where they can't wreck a guy now with how many cars they have left. And we have a pass for the lead. Car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet of Charles Sanford, is up in front. And apparently we might have had problems back here. Or at least that either that or Devin Whitson made a pit stop. Devin Whitson apparently has made a pit stop. As here comes Chris Washer now back to the inside for the race lead. Here comes Henry Sanford and Warren Cherry up towards the front. How about with all the problems that every single chaser has had, Henry Sanford running up in the top 5 right now. Wow. Running up in second. Here comes Kyle Sosnowski. Peeking inside. Peeking. John Azale and William Duncan at the back of this field. At the back of the pack at least there. Looks like they've kind of given up the chase of trying to get a lap back. So they'll just battle amongst each other now. So how many guys do we have up here? 8 cars essentially competing for the win. The leader of those right now is the 4 of Chris Washer. And okay, here we go. Top 3 now starting to break away. They're 3 wide for 4th back here. Drew Austin in it. Here comes Warren Cherry. He's inside. He's going to grab the 2nd position now. He's wanting to grab his 2nd career win. He hasn't. His first win was at California, a much different track than this. Oh, then again, Chris Washer's win last week was at a 1.5 mile speedway with a D-shaped oval. This is a 1.5 mile super speedway almost. With a quad oval, almost, I guess is what you call it. Warren Cherry now grabs the race lead, though, and Henry Sanford's going to go for 2nd. As Sanford will have 2nd at the line. He's not yet clear of the 4 of Chris Washer, but he will be after when they come out of turn number 2. In fact, Charles Sanford is even going to be clear of the 4 car, and he's going to peek to the inside of the 30. I saw someone, Jeff Ozzie Jr., is going to be someone that these guys will have to deal with as he's coming out turn number 4 as well as they are. You can see the leaders in the back of that screen when we looked at them. As Charles Sanford will grab 2nd and Chris Washer will go for 2nd now underneath the 24. As Warren Cherry now disposes of the 35, leaving it on these guys to do, and they do not get by him easily. Now as they come on the straightaway, Chris Washer will get there, as well as Drew Austin. Drew's going to go for 2nd, but they're going to have Bob Johansson now to deal with. Another car where Warren got past him pretty easily. Drew not so easily. Buckeye will. But the 88 will hold up 3rd on back. And oh, there they go! Danny Everett's in the wall, as well as Henry Sanford and John Azale. Warren Cherry leads under the caution, and it's a welcome. Oh, Jeffrey Buckeye. And apparently he might have clobbered the 99. It looks like it. Warren Cherry led underneath the caution is a welcome thing for Jake Rogers and Kyle Austin, who would have been lapped momentarily. Doesn't look like they'll pit. Let's take you back to see what happened. And we are back. John Azalea gets into the Danny Everett machine. Will clip the apron, gets back into him, slides up into the 30. Nothing Henry Sanford could have done. But we're going to have to... Oh, Sky Commons gets damaged. We're going to have to watch the 99 as he goes and slides down the track. Front facing. And does the 8 hit him? Oh my gosh, yes he does. Wow. With that, we have 10 laps to go. It will be a single file restart. Let's bring you back for the restart here from Charlotte. And we are back. 13 cars on the lead lap. Jeffrey Buckeye and Danny Everett both retired. 18 cars left on the track. Warren Cherry, Harrison Buckeye, Tom Shelley, Kyle Sosnowski, Bob Jansen's a lap down. Then it's Chris Washer, Drew Austin, Charles Sanford, Jeff Ozzie Jr. is a lap down. Duncan's a lap down. McNamara, Sky Commons, Azalea's a lap down, and Henry Sanford, your top 10. Whitson's a lap down as well. Jacob Budd, Jake Rogers, and Kyle Austin, the rest of the lead lap cars. It's going to be a 6-lap shootout here. Top 4 look like they're in front of the lap cars, so they have the best shot here. Sosnowski goes to the high side of the rookie. But it's a great jump for Warren Cherry as he gets a good 1 to 2 car length advantage over the 0 of Harrison Buckeye. Tom Shelley's going to make a look to the inside as he comes down the back straightaway here. And Kyle Sosnowski is going to make a peek inside for 3rd. Chris Washer is able to get by the lap car of Johansson pretty easily. He's up here contending in this battle. Sosnowski says, hey, give me a shot chasing down that 10 car. And we have 4 Chevys and the lone Dodge up here in the front right now. 4 Chevys in the top 5, and the only one that isn't is a Dodge. 4 laps to go here from Charlotte. Can Kyle Sosnowski or anyone chase down that 10 car? Not if they keep battling like this. Shelley's in the wall. Throw him out of it. Chris Washer makes the move for 2nd now. These guys need to figure out who do they want to be the leader in chasing down that 10 car. 3 to go. Sanford on the edge of the top 5 now if he can get around Shelley. Here comes Buckeye to the inside. These guys need to just be single file. Let someone chase down that 10 car as they come to 2 to go. Did Chris Washer close the gap at all? A little bit. This lap would be a better judge of that, though. He ran about 4/10ths faster. But will this lap be any better for Chris Washer? He's single file the entire time. Sosnowski's a little bit back. Did they gain at all on that 10 car? White flag is out. Not enough in my opinion. They will race it back, but no one, I believe, is going to have anything for that 10 car. And coming off of turn number 4, for the 2nd time this season, Warren Cherry is going to go to victory lane. It's his 2nd Coke Vanilla Cup Series win. As we wait for the final couple guys to come across the line. Jeff Ozzie Jr. should be the final one to pass the line. With that, congrats to Warren Cherry. The pictures of the results will be right after this. I'm Gordon Fantino1. This has been a production of the INORL Racing and Contain. See you guys next time. Warren Cherry come down to celebrate his second win of the season. Let's see how he does. Boy, you're doing a really good job, especially with the burnout. Not bad. He's getting the most out of those tires, isn't he? Uh-oh. And the rear wheel's just locked up, it looks like, and that car's not going to be going much of anywhere, so Warren Cherry not going to make it to victory lane. Let's roll out the point standings going into Martinsville, and possibly an update on, well, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about that. Oh well, you'll find out here in just a couple seconds.